Good afternoon, everyone. In the beginning of the class, let us look at new announcements. Okay, this one is the March 30th, 2022 videos uploaded. Hello everyone, I have uploaded class videos of March 30th, 2022 to YouTube. Their lengths and URLs are: Part 1, length 25 minutes 6 seconds. URL is this. Part 2, length 25 minutes 36 seconds. URL is this. Part 3, length 25 minutes 12 seconds, and the URL is this. Okay. Best regards, Wei Zhen Liu. The next new announcement is a midterm exam announcement. Hello everyone. According to the school calendar, April 11th to 17th, 2022 is midterm exam week. Our midterm exam takes the form of taking home. I will upload the exam questions to the eCourse2 website on April 11th, 2022. Please send the answers to my email address comwcliu@ccu.edu.tw at the latest by April 17th, 2022. Please note that this is still an exam and you are not allowed to discuss it with anyone during the answering process. Sincerely, Wei Zhen. Okay, tomorrow, April 6, 2022 is online teaching. Hello everyone. Tomorrow, that is April 6, 2022 is online teaching. Best regards, Wei Zhen. The next new announcement is the slides of Chapter 2 has been updated, version 2022-0406. Hello everyone. I have uploaded the newest version of the slides of Chapter 2 to the eCourse2 website. The location and the file name are eCourse2 website, multiple input, multiple output techniques for wireless communications. Course content, slides. Chapter 2, the MIMO capacity formula, slides 2022-0406.pptx. Compared with the previous version, the update in this version includes: first, pages 101 to 105 delete memo. 2. Page 104 equation 2.32 align at equality signs. Best regards, Wei Zhen Liu. Okay, that's all. Okay, next let us look at the progress of the last class. In the last class, we have taught to Chapter 2 slides, page 100, problem 1, solution, equation 9, line 3, unfinished. Okay, let us continue. Okay, this is chapter page Chapter 2, page 100, problem 1. Derive the last line of equation 2.30. Okay. And in equation 9, okay, this is the expectation of H times S transpose times H transpose, where H is the channel matrix and S is the transmitted signal vector. Okay, we want to show this term is equal to the first term of equation 2.30. Okay, let us see. Okay, 2.30. Okay, so it is equal to HRSS H transpose. Okay, so for the first step, we expressed the term in the expectation to a matrix and write each element of this matrix. Then we know that the expectation can be taken into the matrix and be taken on each term. Okay, and because H1, Hij are constants for every ij, so the expectation can be only taken on the term Si times Sj. Okay, and we want to write this matrix as the a matrix times the H transpose. So we can see that first, this element, okay, summation j is equal to 1 nt, summation I is equal to 1 nt, and H1I times the expectation of Si times Sj times H1j. Okay, this is equal to the inner product of two vectors. The first vector is summation I is equal to 1 to nt, H1I times the expectation of Si times S1. Okay, dots summation I is equal to 1 to nt, H1I times the expectation of Si times Snt. Okay, so we can see that j is equal to 1 to nt. Okay, here, and times this vector. Okay, this vector is equal to H11 dots H1nt. Okay, again, j is equal to 1 to nt, 1 to nt. And for this element, okay, we can see that the only difference between this element and this element is the first subscript of H. Okay, here is 1 and here is nr. Okay, so we only need to change the first subscript of this H to nr. So H11 be changed to HNR1 and H1nt be changed to HNRnt. Okay, then we compare these two elements. Okay, this element, and this element. Okay, the only difference between them is the first subscript of the first H, which is 1 and change to nr. Okay, so we can write this 1, okay, change to nr, and the vector remains the same. And for this element, okay, for this element and this element, the only difference between these two elements is the first subscript of the second h, which is equal to 1 in this term and which is equal to nr in this term. Okay, so we only need to change okay, Sj, okay, Sj is equal to, j is equal to 1 to nt. Okay, so we only need to change, okay, first this 1 to nr, and this 1 to nr, and this 1 to nr. Okay, then we have this equation. Okay, next, let us next we know that this matrix is equal to H transpose. Okay, H transpose. And we can write this matrix as the product of two matrices. Okay, let us draw two matrices here. Okay, so that first let us see the first this element. Okay, this element. Okay, summation I is equal to 1 to nt h1i times the expectation of si is 1. Okay, this term can be written as the product of two vectors. Okay, the first vector is h11, okay, dots, and to h1 nt. Okay, like this. And the second vector is the expectation. Okay, s of si times s1. Okay, so here is the second vector, and I is equal to 1 to nt. So we change this I to 1 and this I to nt. Nt. Okay, like this. Okay, and for this element, we can see that the difference between this element and this element is that this one is changed to to nt. Okay, so we just need to copy this to here and copy this one to here. Okay, and change the subscript of the second s to nt. Okay, nt. Okay, and here to nt. Okay, and here is the vertical dots, and here is the dots. Okay, so the second matrix is okay. Then let us see the first matrix. Okay, here is the vertical dots and the diagonal dots and the finally the vertical dots. And for this element, we can see that it is summation I is equal to 1 to nt HNRI times the expectation of Si times S1. Okay, this term can also be written as the product of two vector. Okay, we can see that the only difference between this element and this element is the first subscript of H is 1 and be changed to NR. Okay, so we can copy this, okay, H11 and change it to HNR. Okay, like this. And this is the dots. And this one, okay, should be HNR. Okay, HNR NT. Okay, next. Okay, we can see that in this equation, the first matrix is equal to H. Oh, sorry. H. Okay, like this. And the second matrix is we can move the expectation out of the matrix. So this is equal to, okay, let me see. Okay, the expectation of the big bracket. Okay, and this is a matrix. Sorry. Okay, it is a matrix. And we need a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, sorry. This should be the vertical dots. Okay, and this term is equal to S1 times S1, and the dots. And this term is equal to S1 times SNT. Okay. And next, this term is equal to vertical dots and the diagonal dots and the vertical dots. And this element is equal to SNT times S1. And the dots, and this element is equal to SNT times SNT, and finally times H transpose. Okay. Okay, next we can see that this matrix can be written as the product of two vector. Okay. First, it is also equal to H and times the expectation and the big bracket. Okay. And here are two vector. Okay, this the first one is a column vector, and the second one is a row vector. Okay, like this. And finally, times H transpose. Okay, so the first element of the I think this should be very easy to look to observe that the first vector is equal to S1, and dots to SNT. Okay. And the second vector is equal to S1 and the dots and to SNT. Okay, like this. And finally, this equation is equal to H, okay, times the expectation and of the big brackets, okay, S times S transpose. Okay, the S is a vector. And finally, the H transpose. Okay, like this. Okay, let us align at the equal sign. Okay, so it is equal to this. Okay, add an equal sign here and change it to white. Okay, like this. Okay, a very long equation. Oh, so okay. Oh, no problem. Okay, so I need to add a text block here. Okay, plot a horizontal text blocks. Okay, and this is equation 9. Okay, and align right. Okay, and the frame change to white. Okay, and place it at the right. Okay, like this. Okay, good. This is equation 9. Okay, next we want to show that, okay, I need to change the font. Calibri. Okay, we want to show that this term, okay, is equal to RSS. Where RSS is the covariance matrix of S. Okay. In digital communications, okay, many types of modulation has a property. Okay, it is 25 minutes. Let us take a break.